It's doing a pretty good job. Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a review on this Eufy X10 Pro Omni. This is the color white. So the robot can vacuum and mop your floors at the same time. Up here we have a clean water tank. You're going to put clean water in, and here's the dirty water tank. After it washes the mop pads, it's going to suck the water up into the dirty water tank. And after it vacuums your house, there's another vacuum that's going to kick on in the base station and suck everything into this dust bag. So you will have to replace this about every 2 months. Now what I really like about this robot is it's got some sensors on the front that it can detect obstacles in front of it, but it also has LiDAR navigation. It does a really good job of mapping your house. I also like the Eufy Clean app. I think it works really well. It's got a really nice layout of your house. You can put no-go zones, put it on a schedule, and do different settings for cleaning. We've got some buttons on the front here. We can tell it to go home, we can tell it to start, or do a spot clean. Here's the dustbin. So as it vacuums your house, everything's going to go into this dustbin. And then when it comes back to the base station, everything will get sucked out of the dustbin, out of this little port right here. So here's the bottom of the robot. Here's our brush roller that's going to vacuum up the house. It's got a carpet sensor, side brush, drive wheels. Here's the mop pads. Now it can lift the mop pads up and down, and it spins the mop pads. And it also has an internal water tank that it's going to spray water on top of the mop pads to keep them wet while it's mopping your house. So the theory behind a mop pad is if you have dirt on your floor, the mop pad is going to have to capture that dirt. And then when it comes back to the base station is going to wash the mop pads and hopefully get all the dirt off of them. And then it's going to suck the water up into the dirty water tank. At the end of the job, then it's going to blow hot air onto these mop pads to dry them so they won't cause odor. So again, here's the base station. Once in a while, you will have to take this tray out and clean it. There's the pump, there's the pipe that's going to suck up the dirty water. There's where the hot air comes. Here's where it charges, and here's where it fills up the robot. Okay, so we're going to see how it cleans up these muddy paw prints. Then we're also going to vacuum up this carpet and check its obstacle avoidance. Here's the Eufy Clean app. It does a really good job of mapping your house. It's going to show you where it's cleaned. You can put no mop zones where there's carpet. And then we've got different settings. We got customized mode. We've even got a smart mode where it's going to figure out how to clean. We can tell it to vacuum and mop, vacuum only or mop only. We've got different levels of suction and different levels of water that it's going to spray down on the mop pad. Okay, let's tell it to start cleaning this room where the muddy paw prints are. Now the first thing it's going to do, it's going to fill the internal water tank up inside the robot. Then it's going to wash the mop pads. That's going to do two things. That's going to get the mop pads nice and wet, but it also gets them clean and ready to go. Now you can add a little bit of Eufy Clean multi-surface cleaner to the clean water tank. That way when it's mopping your floors, it's using a little bit of solution. It doesn't take very much of this, about a capful or 2 capfuls into the clean water tank. Okay, now it's washing the mop pads. You'll hear a series of pumps kicking on, and you'll hear the mop pads rotating to help clean them. And then you'll hear a dirty water pump kick on, sucking the water up into the dirty water tank. Okay, it's going to undock itself and travel to that room to clean. Okay, we're going to see how the Eufy X10 Pro Omni is going to do in the corner. All right. It's getting the floor nice and wet, and we're going to see how it mops up these muddy paw prints. First pass was pretty good. Now it is able to navigate around furniture. All right, we did get a little bit of smearing, but it's going to come back and get it on the second pass. It's doing a pretty good job. All right, a little bit of smearing. So I told it to do 2 passes on this kitchen area. So now it's on its second pass. The first pass was like left, right. Now it's gonna go this way. Okay, so we had a little bit of smearing. We're gonna see if it gets the rest of that. All right, looks like it's doing a pretty good job. Yep, it got the rest of it. Okay, it raised the mop pads, and now it's going to go travel home and wash the mop pads. Okay, so it's back at the dock. It's going to empty out the dust bin into the dust bag. Okay, now it's going to wash those mop pads and then dry them at the end. It's also got a hair detangling. It's going to turn the brush roller backwards. And there's a little comb on the door for the brush roller that has a comb on it that's going to try to grab the long hairs off of it. That's what it's doing right now, turning the brush roller backwards. Okay, it's going to wash the mop pads now. Okay, so now the dryer has come on to dry the mop pads. Let's take a look at the dirty water tank. Let's see how well it did. Wow, it did a pretty good job. It was able to get all of that mud off the floor. Now you're going to want to rinse this out. And I did learn a little trick. Put a couple drops of Listerine mouthwash in it. That's going to keep this from having an odor. Okay, I'm going to have it clean up this carpet mess now. I've got it on vacuum only. So it's going to raise the mop pads and only vacuum. And I've got it on the highest suction possible. All right, let's see how it does around this furniture. It is able to navigate around that rod furniture. So it's doing a really good job around the furniture. That's that sensor on the front. So it's doing a really good job of vacuuming. I've got it, this is a really big mess, so it's going to do 2 passes. So it did identify that cable, and it's going to avoid it now. That's really good recognition for an obstacle. All right, we got another Lego toy. So it did hit that Lego toy. So it's returning to the dock to empty the dustbin, and then it's going to finish cleaning. Okay, it's resumed vacuuming. Okay, now on the second pass, it's going to go the opposite direction. So it went left, right, now it's going to go up, down. And again, it's still going to avoid that obstacle. It's going to go around it. And we can see the cleaning pattern here in the Eufy Clean app. So it did not pick everything up off this carpet. I think the obstacle avoidance was pretty good. It navigated around furniture really good. You know, if I had it clean this one more time, I think it would actually pretty much get it all. But it's pretty good. It's got good navigation. It's going to find its way home. It's going to go empty itself. Okay, so this, I'd forgotten how good the obstacle avoidance is. I've gotten so used to Roborocks and Dreams, the cheaper ones, that this Eufy X10 Pro Omni has really good obstacle avoidance. It's not perfect, but boy, it's really good. The robot itself is a little heavy. It's a little big. Again, this is a year-old robot. It's actually a pretty good robot. I would not pay $800 for it. I think I paid $700 for it. Eufy loves to put their stuff on sale several times during the year. So look for, and they have a gray one. The gray one's exactly the same as the white one. I got the white one thinking that might be different. It isn't different. It's exactly the same. But I've forgotten how good this is, but it always leaves me a little disappointed, but that's, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Sometimes with the mopping, it leaves me a little disappointed. But I've had the gray one for a long time, and you know, the maintenance is easy to do. The app works really well. So this thing has a lot going for it. I do recommend this one. I will be giving it a Just a Dad sticker seal of approval. I'm out of them right now. So for me, the reason I'm hesitant on this one right now is because it's gone up in price. It's retailing for $800. It's just not an $800 robot. You can spend another $100 or $200 and get a far superior robot. But I used to see this on sale for like $450, and man, that's an amazing deal. If you can get this between $500, $700 is the most I would pay for this. Now, again, I bought this with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video. This is my honest opinion. It has a place. It is a year. So there has a lot going good for it. Good app, easy maintenance, easy to use. It's just kind of big, a little bit louder than some other robots when it's kind of mopping and stuff. And I think the suction's just, it's not really meant for long hair, even though it has that detangling comb. I've done testing on that. It doesn't work. Maybe a little bit, but not for really long hairs. That's really hard to catch, that obstacle right there. But again, the Lego toy, it missed. So it's just about angles. If it's coming straight on, it has a better chance of seeing it than if it's off to the side. It doesn't take any kind of pictures. It used to take pictures, but they deleted that in a software update. If you're wanting something a little bit better mopping, this is the eufy S1, and I have the S1 Pro. I'll be doing a comparison. See, this one's $800 right now, and this is a better robot than this one. This one's just came out, great mopping. So look for this video coming. I'm gonna do that very next. Yeah, eufy's on my list of robots. They have good. I've used their customer service. It's good. They've got a good app. That's super important. And parts are available. Parts didn't used to be available on eufy, but they've kind of figured it out that when they release robots, they've got to have the parts available. So that's starting to not become a problem. Parts availability is price-wise, they're relatively good. Yeah, and this white one just looks really attractive. So I do like this one. I'm definitely giving it a thumbs up. Recommend. Just don't pay full price for it. Eufy loves to put their stuff on sale on Amazon. I'll put a link to it right underneath the show description notes. If you end up purchasing it, if you click on my link, it'll take you to Amazon. And if you purchase it, the product doesn't cost you anymore, but I get a small commission from the sale. That way I can continue to give you my honest opinion on it. And it's all going to come to price point. There's where my opinion is going to come. Man, $500 to $600, this is a must buy. But then it's going to go up against the Dream L10S. It's going to go up against the Roborock Q Revo S. So I'm going to have to compare. Those have a few more features, but I don't think either one of them can compete with the obstacle avoidance. Maybe the Dream L10S. So anyway, I do appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Say hi, Fiona.